Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about my thoughts on how Fox totally screwed us when it came to the X-Men. And yes, they screwed us bad, and not in a good way. So, a lot of people were really excited when they found out that Disney bought out Fox so they can get things like the X-Men back and, Fantastic Four and stuff like that. And so for the longest time, people have been wondering, well, when are they coming? Like, when are the X-Men coming? Because we knew when they got the rights back to people like Daredevil and stuff, it was going to take a while before Daredevil and the others could start showing up. And as you can see, years has passed and Daredevil people have now started coming into the MCU. Okay, that makes sense. The Fantastic Four are coming. It took a while for them to come because their contract deals and copyrights and stuff like that. All right, fine. But what about the X-Men and everything? Well, there's a reason now for a lot of the crap that's been going on in the MCU, like with WandaVision, Quicksilver, and like Professor X and the Doctor Strange movie, and now Kamala Khan is Marvel being the first, like technically first mutant in the MCU or whatever. So there's a couple of sources that have been putting this out, and these are people that I do trust and everything because they never really let me down before in the past. And it seems Fox put the screw on Disney. So remember when Disney bought out Fox? Well, they bought the characters and the shows and movies and stuff like that. They also took on like debt and everything, right? And so Fox put this type of agreement in the X-Men contract. Now, X-Men will not show up until 2025. Yes, that's a long time from now. And the reason for that is because of the contract negotiation with the stars playing certain characters and stuff. Now, if they wanted to, see the first X-Men-ish type thing that's coming out is technically that cartoon, but that's a cartoon completely separate. And the next big thing is called the Mutants and everything. The reason for that is because there are some X-Men characters that are not allowed to be recast and everything because of their contracts that are like put in agreement. See, when Fox did this, a lot of companies, a lot of movie companies do this. They don't want their stars jumping ship. Marvel had a very similar thing where if you was in a Marvel movie, you cannot appear in a DC movie. If you do, boom, you're done and everything. And so but they're being a little bit more lenient on that now because we've seen Michael Keaton going back and forth and stuff like that. And so the contract states certain X-Men characters who've been cast by certain people, they cannot have no other star play that role but them. And so far, their contracts are not up yet. And so, yeah, we totally got screwed on that. So until all these people contracts are up, and so Marvel can finally do whatever it is they want to do with their version of the X-Men. Because I'm pretty sure they don't want to go back to that Fox version of like the black suits, the Bryan Singer stuff, where people powers were different and families were different and all this stuff. They want to do their own thing. And by 2025, it's a good chance a lot of the older actors in the X-Men movie aren't going to be able to come back because they're going to be too old for the roles and stuff. But they are trying their best to get Hugh Jackman to come back, I know. And they already brought back Patrick Stewart just to kill him off very quickly. And that probably explains the whole Quicksilver thing in WandaVision and how he was technically a different character named Ralph Boner playing him and stuff. Because they're technically not allowed to recast those character roles and stuff. And this totally sucks. Now, this one YouTuber put up a tweet from the actress who played Younger Storm. And so I remember I saw that tweet a long time ago, but I didn't know what the world she was talking about. And now this totally makes sense and everything. And because she said, just because this whole merger doesn't mean there's going to be a recasting. And she pretty much laughed in everybody's face. I'm pretty sure she is the only actress who is allowed to play Storm and everything. And this totally sucks because a lot of people didn't even want her to come back as Storm because of how light skinned she was, and they wanted a darker actress and stuff. But you know, in the cartoons, a lot of times she was light skinned too, so that's something that's always confused me. Like I've never seen her dark and everything in like cartoons or comics. Like I mean, she's dark, but she's light skinned, like light brown kind of color, you know. And so I never understood why people were so upset about that. But yeah, so sadly, we will not be getting no true X-Men no good time soon. And it sucks, man. And it's kind of like when they do bring them back in, how exactly are like, they gonna be introduced? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna be like oppressed or whatever? And why oppress them if you're not gonna oppress the other superhero type people? So if they were to bring in certain X-Men characters, they would have to do with lesser known people and stuff. Now, I don't think Ryan Reynolds, he can't be part of this contract because his Deadpool movies technically are Fox based, but they're not really X-Men based, you know what I'm saying? And he is getting like Deadpool 3 coming out at some point, so he should be fine. But all these other people, man, like it totally sucks. Because personally for me, as much as I love the older X-Men cast, I kind of want to see a new interpretation of it. I want to see new people. I want to see people actually look the way they're supposed to be. I want Wolverine to be short and like muscular and everything, I want Cyclops to be kind of like tall and everything. I don't know if I want Nightcrawler to be fuzzy. I like him bare skin. That's kind of cool looking and stuff. But yeah, like a lot of those older stars can't come back and everything. By the time Hugh Jackman gets into the role, he probably be too old to like lift up his arms and start swinging them and stuff. And plus, would he really want to put on all that muscle again, And he said he's done, but if Disney comes with those millions, he's probably gonna say yes and stuff. So yeah, this totally sucks. Like we totally got screwed by Fox. I hate Fox. I've always hated Fox. Back in the day, I used to love watching their comedy stuff, but then every once in a while they kept canceling stuff. And don't even get me started on their news channel and crap. And I'm just like, God, man, they totally screwed us and everything. And it sucks. I don't want to have to wait to 2025. I'm gonna be an old man. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.